Now let's do the journal entry for percent decrease methods. And this will be sample student. And you will please put your own name. The description, well, we can come back here and look what we put for the percent increase, and we said increase a quantity by a certain percent of that quantity. Well, for percent decrease, we can say something pretty similar. Decrease a quantity by a percent of that quantity. We should maybe say by some percent. Okay, so with that we want to put some examples just so we could remember what we're doing here. And remember, we used a lot of discounts for our examples. Okay, and for the formula we had something pretty similar to what we had on the percent increase. I'm going to copy it, and then I'll paste, and then we can talk about what's changed. So the original times the decimal form of the percent, we still had to do that. And instead of adding the original back on, remember we're taking this because this is the amount of the discount or the decrease. So I'm going to slide that over there. And we were taking the original price or whatever minus that amount of the discount and coming up with the new. So when we do it with the formula, our formula is going to look very, very similar to the formula for percent increase. The only difference with the percent decrease formula is we have 1 minus p instead of 1 plus p inside that parentheses. Otherwise, everything else stays the same. So I'm sure you can see why I just wanted to copy. Now, if I go ahead and distribute that, and I want to do that just to show you, so original times 1, so just original, and then original times negative p, that's going to be negative original, and p, remember, was the percent as a decimal, and then it equals new. And you can see that that's exactly in the same order this time, exactly what we had for the formula we were doing by hand, and we were doing pieces of it. So that's the same, this general formula that I wrote that came from our book is the same thing as what we were doing by hand, just looks slightly different. So keywords to tell you that you have a percent decrease problem would be discounts. You might see decreased by some percent that they could come up with, or you might be asked questions like, what is the percent decrease? So you might see percent decrease. And anything that has some percent of the original and then it's taken away, that's going to be things that are using percent decrease. All right, steps or notes. We'd like to convert the percent to a decimal. That would be number 1. And number 2, multiply percent as decimal by original. And then number 3, subtract amount of decrease from original. This, remember, is our amount of decrease. Okay, so steps or notes there for you if you need those. We have one problem for this one. It's the only one in the journal that has a single problem, so I will show it to you. That leather jacket you've been admiring is on sale for 25% off. The original price is $495. Estimate how much it costs now. So you can do an estimation on this. Remember, round to some nearby values and use those to help you decide how much the coat would cost. And I am going to show you with the formula because I want you to see that used at least one time. So the original, and gosh, they even gave us the word original, that's helpful. So we put in 495, well, I'm going to write out the formula first. Original 1 minus P equals new. And then I want to fill some things in. So my P, remember, is the percent over 100, so 25 over 100, which comes to 0.25. And we know divide by 100, move your decimal 2 places to the left. So I have the original 495 times the quantity 1 minus P, little p is 0.25, and that gives you new. So I'll subtract those. 1 minus 0.25. You can do that on your calculator, or you can think 1.00 minus 0.25. Remember, you have to line up your decimals. This will be 10, this will be 9, and this will turn to 0. So 10 minus 5 is 5, 9 minus 2 is 7, and then it's 0.75. You can also think $1 minus a quarter, 75 cents. However you want to do it, it's 0.75, so we have 0.75 equals new, and we still have to multiply by 495. So when I multiply those, I'll do that on my calculator. 495 times 0.75 equals 371.25, no further decimals. And so I know my new price, or my sale price, is $371.25. That is the exact price, and I would like you to make an estimate here.